Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Ay, 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 ay.
Standing, look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste it?
Welcome back, everybody, to AT&T Stadium here in Arlington, Texas. You haven't missed a thing as we're just about set for the opening kickoff. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Now it's Wilson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look...
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go well. That means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Pirine. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Butker able to put this one through. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play calls, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Go.
shotgun now for Wentz. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now Wentz. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Wentz again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys are in for 6. And Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Extra point attempt to follow here. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Hill. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
One advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he won't get to the markers. They're going to stop it for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Oh, he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for the Cowboys. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Wentz now to throw. The quick slant caught. And Hill running right through it. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, it's Tannehill. Shakes off the sack. Escapes the sack. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down is Tannehill. To the right side, it's Kelce. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Now Tannehill, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Tannehill on second down. He's got his tight end, Jake Bunt. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Again, Tannehill. He is going to find Hill here. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jeremy Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Butker now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it, and that'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphin offense back out onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try to up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Tannehill on 1st down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, Tannehill. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. So we have come, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. He'll look to throw. He's got it. This is Ware. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They'll look to throw here. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Wilson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and long, it's Tannehill. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Reggie Ragland leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now here comes comes Kansas City. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And nowhere to go. He goes down to the turf in the end zone. Tannehill taken down for the safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something out of that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 33, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Demarcus Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Randy Gregory in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. They shakes it off. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. On the run, it's Pumphrey. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit, Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Dallas, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See slime break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday with the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break no bro codes. The more red rose, match with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when the drop home, gave in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when the drop home, gave in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when the drop home, gave in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax.
Relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. What?
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when the drop home, gave in the chokehold.